The date was March 31st, 2021. It was a sunny day in Skyblock, people were grinding, birds were singing, and a new mayor election was just beginning. Among the candidates running was Barry, the Alchemy mayor. Now, Barry's run for mayor in 50 elections, and he's come in dead last 50 times. But this time, things are looking up for Barry, because there's a new face nobody's ever seen before, and he's even worse. His name is Dante. Where other candidates make concrete promises over what they'll give you, like 25% more bank interest or 35% more pet experience, Dante promises nothing except that he'll establish order and strengthen security. When interviewed, all he says is, "I will stabilize this rapidly declining system permanently." Well, looks like Barry won't be last place this time. I mean, this guy's so transparently evil, there's no way anyone would ever... And he's got 91% of the vote. So Dante becomes mayor, and his perks are finally revealed. He's doubled auction taxes, he's doubled bazaar taxes, he added a tax for shopping, a tax for talking, a tax for moving, and he started canceling events too. Christmas? Canceled. Halloween? Canceled. That one event where that guy comes and sells our pets? Canceled. Things were getting canceled so fast people thought it was Twitter. He even posted goons all across Skyblock which would kick people out of businesses if they weren't wearing masks. Okay, maybe that one's reasonable. The forums reacted about as calmly as you might expect. "Screw this Dante guy, he ruined my Easter 1 week off of school. I quit Skyblock because of Dante. I hate developers too. Why they a dictator?" Meanwhile, the admins are sitting over there like, "Hey, don't look at us. We said not to vote for him." But among all the rage posts, one voice of reason stood out. Why Dante isn't exactly the worst mayor. I mean, at least he's better than Barry. He's trying his best, okay? Skyblock players still had hope. You see, mayor terms only last for about a week, so if they just persevered, a new election would happen and they'd be free. Finally, the next election began. The first candidate, Dante. The second, Dante. The third, fourth, fifth, it was all Dante! The age of Dante had begun! Meanwhile, in a forgotten corner of the wilderness, a rebellion was brewing. Seraphine declared that Dante must be overthrown, but they needed a leader to rally behind. Everyone was to vote for a fellow player to lead the resistance. One name quickly stood out in the polls, the name of a man who hadn't played Skyblock for a long time. And so I made my return. I decided to do a speech to rally the resistance. Dante has taken over our game. He's forcing egregious taxes on us. I mean, 2 coins to travel from island to island. Who can afford that? Who can afford that? No one has that kind of money. When you need someone to fix your sink, you call a plumber. When you need someone to fix your electricity, you call an electrician. And when you need someone to overthrow a brutal tyrant, you call an anarchist! Alright, that is why I am here today. Long live the revolution. And I think we can all agree that I am the only person that has the necessary Skyblock strength to kill Dante. I mean, look at my combat level. As you can see, I am ranked number 1 out of 8.6 million people. I am actually the strongest Skyblock player. I have the best stats. That is why you should vote for me. The people heard my speech and were inspired. 30 Virus began campaigning to surpass me, but my lead continued to grow as we passed 100,000 votes. When I was disguised in a Skyblock lobby, one player said in the chat, "I wonder what Technoblade's mayor perks will be." So I sent him a party invitation and said, "I'm gonna ban half of Skyblock. I'm the Thanos mayor. Go ahead and warn the others, they'll never believe you." Oh my god, guys, Techno partied me. He said he's gonna ban half of the players. Yeah, right, dude. I can send a screenshot. LMAO, sure, man. Please, what's your Discord? Guys, please, just shut up. If I wanted to defeat Dante, I'd have to get stronger. My gear was a year out of date, and even that gear was solely optimized for potato farming. I didn't even have a full set of armor because I'd left my superior dragon boots in a backpack, and Dante had disabled those for weeks. The most damage I'd ever dealt in my life was a pathetic 25,000 damage critical hit. But there was one bit of good news. The war had left me a potato billionaire. After dumping 500 million coins into upgrades, I managed to multiply my damage by 10, but it wasn't enough. Dante was growing stronger. He released a new perk where he decreased sunlight to prevent sunburn. It's noon right now. Dante canceled the sun. I needed stronger equipment, but the strongest equipment in the game was achievement locked. I'd need to get Catacombs level 24 and beat floor 7 of the dungeons if I wanted to wear it. Dungeons were elaborate mazes filled with monsters, puzzles, boss fights, and they couldn't be attempted alone. I needed to put together a crew. I called Time Dio and Jin from the Bed Wars win streak, and